Hi everyone, welcome back to my classes. Today we will discuss about the importance of drug safety monitoring. Safety monitoring of medicine. So the name indicates we are monitoring the medicine for its safe use. That is nothing but safety monitoring of the medicine. So in the previous video we have seen what is pharmacovigilance, how it has been developed. So this pharmacovigilance is also called as drug safety. Drug safety monitoring is nothing but the process in which we will identify the expected and unexpected adverse effects when you are using the medicines after it is being released into the market. So it is a risk mitigation exercise in which we are going to identify the risk adverse effects when we are using the therapeutic drugs, biologicals, devices and how they can be prevented or minimized. So before releasing into the market, a drug will be tested on a limited population. Maximum from 500 to 5000 people, the drug will be tested. But once the medicine is released into the market, it is legally available for everyone to consume, right? The small children, babies can be used. During pregnancy, they will take the medicine during geriatric. So every person have a chance of using this particular medicine. Once a drug is released into the market, a patient may be prescribed that particular drug individually or with combination with other drugs. So when the person is taking in combination of this drug, he may develop the drug-drug interactions. To identify these drug-drug interactions, the safe monitoring process will be playing a major role. And the food. See, when you are doing the clinical trials, we can't check the drug along with all the types of food because an individual they may take different types of food. Person to person, the food habits may be varied. So, with the food, when you are taking a drug, it develops the food drug interactions. So, this drug monitoring helps us to identify drug drug interactions and food drug interactions after released into the market and used in the real life. A drug to be released into the market, it has to clear the preclinical and clinical studies. Preclinical studies are nothing but which are done on the animals. So by doing these preclinical studies, we can know the toxicity of that particular drug, whether it causes any organ damage, what is the dose of that, metabolism, kinetics, carcinogenicity, mutagenicity, and teratogenicity. Information can be get by the animal experiments. So for detailed explanation of this animal experiments, you can find my video of toxicity studies. Once the drug clears the preclinical experiments, then it will be moved to the next stage, that is clinical studies. This clinical studies is done in 4 different phases. In the phase 1, healthy volunteers are involved, 20 to 50 healthy volunteers. We can get the minimum data of that particular drug. In the phase 2, 150 to 350 patients with that particular disease for which the drug is supposed to be used were taken. We can get the information like safety and doses. In the phase 3, 250 to 4000 people are involved, the patients. We can know the safety and efficacy. Then moving on to the fourth phase, post approval studies before releasing into the approval. Then we do post approval studies to determine the specific safety issues. And once it clears these clinical trials, it will be released into the market. After releasing to the market, to identify the adverse effects, the pharmacovigilance will play a major role. After releasing into the market, few drugs have shown adverse effects. So depending upon the adverse effects, they have taken certain action. So in the year of 1950, chloramphenicol has started producing aplastic anemia, but still it is in use. Whereas in 1961, thalidomide produced phocomelia, which is a national disaster. Then in 1970, cleoquinol, it causes subacute optic neuropathy. So after 30 years of use, it is producing these adverse effects. So in which year, what drug has caused what adverse effect and what action has been taken, I have listed. You can go through it. So a close and effective monitoring is required to assess the risk associated with that particular medicine. So how we can identify this, how we can monitor it properly? So first everyone should identify the use of pharmacovigilance. How important is it to identify the adverse effects? That should be understood by everyone, then we should work collaboratively. The government, the hospitals, the patients who are taking the medicines, pharma industries, medicals, and the poisons and medical information centers, health professionals, the consumers, patients, the media, World Health Organization, everyone should work collaboratively. Then only we can identify the adverse effects.